September 17, 2020, and this is the London Review. Hi guys, this is Robert Rivera with the Rivera Trading Group in association with Trend Trading Academy. And this is the time of the day where I enjoy myself a nice little cup of coffee in my Puerto Rican mug. And I go over the trades of last night. Again, been focusing on GBP USD because it's a pair that I know very well. And obviously, there's been a lot of news on USD and GBP this week. And so it's important that we pay close attention to the movement, price action, and stay away from news when it's happening. As I mentioned also in the previous car chats and also London Review, I've been a little undisciplined, and so I am refocusing on discipline, setting up new rules that basically have me focus on the London Open and the London volume and the price action around that, because again, there are exceptions to that. Sometimes momentum does happen prior to that. And last night, in fact, there was momentum just before the London Open. I was able to take advantage of that. And then, of course, there was also movement during London that I padded the account with that. Let's talk about it in the next video.
So this is the setup from last night, or the skeleton view of the setup from last night. Again, we share all the details and instructions with our team, but this provides a skeleton view that should give you enough information for you to understand. For those of you who know how to trade, you already have enough information here to know what happened. For those of you who don't know, we'd be happy to teach you how. Okay, you can visit my website, riveratradinggroup.com, for more information, or DM me, private message me, and I will give you all the information that you need in order to become a consistently successful trader. But anyway, in this event, we're looking at the line of support, which is the yellow horizontal line, and then the trend line. You can also see that the 50 moving average, which is that green line that's hugging the trend line, is going right up along with it, which also gives you confirmation as far as the trend line is concerned. Some people don't even use the trend line. They just use the moving average as a trend line, because as you can tell, especially in situations like this, it is very cleanly linear. That move from the moving average is very linear, and so it's easy to take if it was to break below it. But anyway, the horizontal line shows you how price was trending above it. It bounced off of it right there to the top. Then it broke down below, only to retest the trend line and bounce back up. And then it broke to the top. When it broke to the top right there, that beautiful candle with the wick, that's the one I took. I mean, that candle was red all the way down to the moving average, and then it started wicking, 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 wicking up. As soon as it touched that yellow line, I got in for the buy. Took me a nice little win. And then I settled back and waited to see if it was going to give a successful retest. And sure enough, it gave that retest that you see there. I took that retest also for a few more pips. It stalled a little bit, so I went ahead and closed it because I was not interested in staying up all night. And eventually, as you can tell, it broke down below. Also, when news hit at 7 a.m., we teach our students not to have trades open during news. When the 7 a.m. news hit, that thing dropped for 58 pip trendline break. But just before that, it had given 44 pips to the upside. Let's see the results. These are the results from last night. The 344 that you see there is my initial breakout. I had also entered a gold on demo, and it had done very well. So I went ahead and put a small position here on gold. That gold position actually gave 20 pips, well, the equivalent of 20 pips. It was all the way up to $100. But I was so focused on the GBP USD that I had to ignore it while it was moving. I was trying to make sure that I closed the GBP USD with significant profit, and so I ignored the gold while it was moving. It did hit 20 pips, but by the time I caught it, I was able to close it before it came back down. I ended up with only what you see there, which is equivalent to like 7 or 8 pips. I can't remember. And then the retest, the 54 is a retest, as you saw it going back up. I just wanted to ensure that I went over $400 if I could manage it. So I didn't hold the position after that. And in fact, it came down and messed around for a little bit before it actually broke to the top for the 40 some pips. But anyway, just remaining disciplined, taking fewer trades, focusing on the quality, focusing on momentum, and that's what we got. And for those of you who have asked me, why should I join your team? What is the difference between you and anybody else out there? I'll just leave you this right here. Lord knows, nigga, Lord knows, nigga, Lord knows, nigga, Lord knows. Hold up. Hey. Our team doesn't accept excuses. We don't accept our own excuses, so we won't take yours either. We just get the job done.
Sorry about that, guys. I just had to put that up there. There's just way too many people who would try to tell you why they can't do it, and try to discourage you from doing it. But we just focus on results. We just know what we want and we go after it. And I'm not saying that it's always clean. Sometimes we get beat up, sometimes we get bloody. But man, the goal is so big, the dream is so big that nothing's going to stop us. We just keep going forward. All right? Again, I hope that you found this informative and helpful. If you have anything that you'd like to cover in the London Review, please let me know. I'll be glad to take suggestions. And again, if you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.